Today's message is what's done in the dark always comes to the light. So, I have been talking a lot about self accountability and responsibility and trying to understand why you as an individual may do the things that you do, say the things that you say, have barriers, blockages, and so forth in your life, and how your behavior, whether learned as a child or through survival mode, from childhood to adulthood, however it came about, causes you to behave a certain way, think and feel, a certain type of way, interact with people and yourself a certain way. But today I want to talk about the others, those outside influences, the people that harm or hurt you intentionally, unintentionally, consciously, unconsciously, subconsciously, however it goes. By saying things, by projecting, their fears onto you, by being fearful of your success or your growth, so they keep you stagnant and they keep you at a, lower vibration and affect how you function day to day. What's done in the dark comes to the light. So the people that you may be trying to harm may have no clue about your ill intentions or your dastardly deeds that you're committing against them, right? But God, the universe, our ancestors see and hear all. Karma is a real thing, y'all. Cause and effect. If you do dirt, you get dirt. It's just the easiest, most simple way to say it. And what I was trying to say in my last video, which is a quote from somebody else, it's not DMX, but he said it. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning in the suffering. Sometimes the suffering is not self-imposed. You didn't do anything sometimes. We are conditioned to blame ourselves. We are conditioned to self-sabotage. There are a lot of things outside of our familial relationships, what we watch, what we listen to, things that are happening, in our community, in the world, in our state. There are so many things that influence who we are and how we are. So sometimes stop, beating yourself up. That's just a side note. But back to my original thought and message. Sometimes people see your strength, they see you powering through, they see you kicking life's ass, and they know that you should be down and out, that you should be sad, you should be miserable, that you should be exhausted from all the hardships. And I think that's part of a bigger issue. We got to stop smiling and bearing it. We got to be honest. Like, it sucked, it's hard, it was grueling, it was excruciating. But my belief system, my power to heal, my ability to seek assistance, whatever it was, is what helped you get through. So be honest about that. But people who are out here intentionally causing harm because they refuse to heal, because they refuse to acknowledge how they contributed to their own suffering, how they are projecting their suffering onto you because they don't want you to heal, they don't want you to thrive, they don't want you to grow. They're so afraid of losing you or losing control over you that they're doing things that push you away and they cannot see it. And I think that's the hardest pill to swallow. Like, they just don't know better. Some people really don't. Some people really don't know better. Some people have convinced themselves, which is not delusion, and I'm gonna get into that in a second, have convinced themselves that you deserve their mistreatment, that you have harmed them, that you have wronged them, or they just don't want to see you successful. So they believe they have a right to interfere. And some people really think, and it's not just our parents, it could be our romantic partners, it could be our friends, it could be our co-workers, it could be our supervisors, it could be our teachers, like literally religious leaders, it could be a coach, anybody. If you just did what I told you to do the way I told you to do it, you would have no hiccups or hardships in life. And usually those are the people who have hiccups and hardships in their own life. They're not even able to manage themselves, which is why you logically could not control another person or thing, because you can't control your own life. But that doesn't stop them from trying. And because we love and because we're blinded sometimes, we don't always see it. Sometimes it's really in your face, in your face. But because of how you feel about the person, about your relationship, you don't acknowledge it or you don't address it. And sometimes it's both, sometimes it's one or the other. When you're not living authentically, when you're not being genuine, when you're not trying to do your best every day, it catches up to you. When you cause harm intentionally, when you are just mean and jealous and spiteful, you get that back because of all the negativity you're spewing. Just because you talk shit in a group chat and you think the person didn't know, they didn't. They don't. The universe knows. God knows. Everyone's ancestors involved knows. And at some point, somebody is going to let you know that not only are you caught, but you have to receive the negativity that you put out. It has to go somewhere, and it's going to come back to the person that caused the harm intentionally. Now, when you cause harm unintentionally, it can still lead to hardship if you don't correct it. There are signs around us every day. A song came on that, resonated with you. A bird flew by. You thought about somebody that you haven't spoken to or seen in a million years. These are all like signs that you need to pay attention to, and you have to find out, what does that mean in your life? What's done in the dark will always come to the light. When you don't do the right things will never happen for you or to you. And anything that you've gained by being negative, by being deceitful, by lying, manipulating, hurting, and coercing, you will lose. Now back to the delusion thing, and that's my last thing, because I know people do not like to watch long videos. However, I find that when my mind and my spirit say, go and talk to the people, God said, go talk to the people, I'm going to talk to the people. I'm not crazy. There's nothing wrong with me. There's a whole, spiritual world where people feel like I feel, think similar to how I think, but they are afraid to be honest about it. And that was me at a point in time. But God has been so good to me. My ancestors are so great. My spirit team is amazing. I'm going to be honest. And like I said, you could look at any of my videos. I'm very smart. There's nothing like cuckoo cuckoo about me. You don't need to go lock me up. You need to go and check on those who have beautiful gifts of their own, and they waste their talent, and they waste their creativity, and they waste their time and their mind trying to create harm for others. Those are the people we should be worried about. Now, my last thing, you need to know the difference between delusion and illusion. An illusion is something that was created, right? This false thing, think of a fake magician, this false thing. Look over here, so you don't see what's going on over there. Delusion is I looked up at the sky and I said, oh my God, the sky is purple today. It's beautiful. And I truly believe that it's purple. Truly believe that it's purple. Not, I know it's blue, but I want it to be purple, so I'm going to call it purple. That's the difference. When people say they're delusional, that's how you know they're not. When you are living a delusional lifestyle, you don't know that the things that you are seeing are false images, false ideals, false thoughts. You don't realize that when you are unhealthy and unbalanced. So for the people who say those things, for the people who say things, because they're buzzwords, you need to evaluate them too. But that's just something that been on my mind, so I had to let that go too. But the takeaway from all of this is, I am me. I am authentic. I am real, and I am amazing because God made me that way. Because I come from warriors, male and female, who went to hell and back more than once, as I have. But I will not be going back anymore. I could care less if you validate me. I could care less if you like me. I could care less if you understand me, because somebody's going to watch this and it's going to resonate for them. Somebody's going to say, I want to heal because I hear what she's saying. I feel the power in her voice. Her energy is pure. Her passion is evident. So for the people that this is for, it's going to be for. And for the people that it's not, and I'm okay with that. And that's how you know you come to a good place in your life. I still get on here and try to help everybody. But I'm aware that everyone is not in a place to receive the help that I'm offering. And because it's coming from me, whether it's right or not, some people simply won't accept it because they don't like something about me. And I'm completely okay with all of it, because God knows my heart, and God knows my mind, and God knows my purpose and path better than I do, and better than the naysayers. Make good choices. Be you. Do you. For you. Ask for help when you need it. Accept it when it's offered. And go be free. Be authentic and live your best life. Have a great day.